Okay, hello everyone. Okay, so this morning, let me switch it to display though. Okay. So this morning I've just been continuing working on the combat system and graphics and stuff. And I started experimenting with 3D, using 3D objects as well as the just 2D sprites and stuff. And I'm really happy with how these level 3D kind of cubes and stuff are looking. They kind of create this shadow illusion. So I think I'm gonna just full commit to these now and try and see if I can get these to work for the levels. They're a bit weird now, kind of inside and stuff. But I think they look really interesting. So I'm gonna keep working on those. So I think the first thing we need to do is add some sort of floor object. These are going all the way down. That looks very strange. Or actually we can just bring these up so they don't flip. Let's see. So if we make everything 40, so we just bring them all up by 20. That should, okay. Oh, okay, actually now doing the Z, yeah. Let's just see. Okay, it needs to be a bit taller. How high is our camera? That's only okay. Let's see. Okay, let's just go extreme scale. This is weird. How is this working? We just bring our. We don't bring our camera forward. This is very bizarre. Okay, I have not worked with 3D much, so I'm a very big noob when it comes to this stuff, but let's try and work this out. So whenever I change these positions, that's fine. And then they go down. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go do the other thing we were going to do then. And just add in some sort of floor cube. So, okay, let's just restart these. So I'm in 2D view. Okay. So, is there any way to make a 3D tile map? I don't think it is, but let's just check quickly. I think it's only isometric and X. Okay. What is Ape Out? Okay, my phone chat isn't working, so I have to get that working. What is Ape Out? Actually, let me show you that in a second. I can show you guys roughly what the game looks like. Does chat work on phone? Okay, there it is. Okay, now. 1 second. Okay, what is Ape Out? Okay, I'll show Ape Out in a second. So in the concept, we created completely. If so, what's the new idea? Okay, I'm pretty much just gonna replicate Ape Out. I think it fits the theme of chaos quite nicely, and I'm just really enjoying working on it. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I'll show Ape Out in a second. Game looking nice. I really like the character pixel animations. Yeah, I really want the graphics to really stand out. They're gonna be quite minimalist, I think. All you need to do is add collision to the buildings. That should be good. Yeah. So before I was just using a tile map. So I just had. Let me show this off quickly. Let's go back to the 2D. So I just had this as my setup before, and this looked quite nice. I really like the blood effects and stuff, and collision. What's it called? The combat knockback and stuff. So, but I think okay. Let me show you back. At least for the let me show Ape Out for some concept. What's the word? Context. Let's see. It takes ages to load. Yeah, this is a really good example of a good action game. I think I should turn that down probably. Yeah, let's turn this way down and let's mute the music as well. Okay. So, Ape Out is like this brawler. You play as a gorilla, and it's like if you're like fighting out to get out of your cage, kind of. I think it's honestly just a good game just to show, and you'll get the idea. The loading transitions are very long. Okay, as you can see, the art style is really nice and bold. I think it has this really like nice Hotline Miami-esque like blood effects. I think they look really nice. And it also has this really nice dynamic music system. Oh, I already died, that's a nice start. Okay, let's go one more try, then we go back to Unity. Yeah, so the art style and animation in this are really well made and really nice. So you only have really two buttons, so you can move and then you have a grab and attack. You can punch people to like squish them, and you can grab them to hold on to them. It's like shield and hostage. So it's really simple and very fun. The sound effects and like the music system is really interesting. Okay, let's just play this out until I die. Let's see. Yeah, so you got a throw and a punch. You can like slam people into walls to kill them. Okay, so yes, Donkey Kong goes last. Yeah, that is pretty much the gist of it. It's really cool. I think it's like $11 on Steam, so I definitely go check that out. Okay, let's Alt F4 that, and let's go back in Unity. So you can kind of see what the vibe I'm going for like the 3D models. I think using 3D models is just a really simple way, because I also have to code all these shadows and stuff. And I was looking at Unity system, but it didn't really suit the game, so I think I'm gonna go for this. Okay, so if we remove the 2D camera and tile map, and let's just start fresh. I think I'm not really sure how the level design is going to work for this, because we're going to have like a 2D collisions, but 3D objects. So I'm going to have to decide later whether not to use a tile map or just do everything by hand. But that's fine for now. Okay, so let's go create some 3D cubes, yeah. So we want these to have a non-lit. Is there an unlit material? Let's just create our own one for now. So let's just create a custom map. Let's just go materials. Okay. We just got some views. Yeah. Alright, so is there an unlit shader? Yes. Wait, have I still got universal? I was messing around with universal pipeline, but I think I got rid of it. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I have not. Okay, let's remove that. I'm just going to do this all with the default renderer. And then I also have to decide if I want to be pixel art or not, because originally I was going to make it have this like, it was all going to be vector art, sprites and graphics and stuff. But then the camera would have a pixel render on it, so that it would kind of give us the like distortion effect. But I've been messing around post-processing, and I think with this now, you may not need it. I know, I'll have a look at it. That'll be next thing we do once we get these bordings working. Okay, so if we just have, I don't know what's the right one to use for this. Yeah, just color. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. So we just set that black for now, or we can get, actually, yeah, black's fine. So, and we just reset the position on this. So theoretically, actually, let's make a ground first. That's a good starting point, I think. So if we just lower that by 1, how's that? So Unity, the scene view glitches out sometimes. Anyway. And then we can just scale that all along. It's the worst thing is about this now is that our Y is kind of like a Z, but in a 3D. But just quick to get used to, hopefully. Okay, so if we lower that bit, let's have a look. Going to 3D, so this is looking. So where's our player sprites? Okay, they're there. Are they rendering? They are rendering in front, but they're not rendering on the camera. So why is that? That's weird. Yeah, once I can get all these 2D, 3D mixing glitches out of the way, it should be okay. The streams of, oh, I forgot to set it. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I had it on game view still. Okay, thanks. Okay, anyway, I just created this massive cube. So once we get all these 3D, 2D like mixing glitches out of the way, it should be quite smooth. So why don't these sprites render? That's weird. That is very strange. Okay, so they're sprites, they're definitely in front of the cube. If we disable the cube for now, that stays there. Oh, we have 2 cubes, okay. Let's re-enable that one. And we've definitely moved that behind. You have the Clyde here. Is our sprite active? Yeah. Oh, strange. Oh, missing material. That is why. So just do a sprite default. Okay. Let's set that for all of these. And actually, we can apply that in our prefabs. That'll show the enemies. And then if we just find the player one, we can go do that. Let's see. Just get our sprite default. Yeah, because when we removed the URP, we had that on before. That makes sense. Okay. So if we need some sort of a lighting for 3D, but actually no, that's an unlit texture. So I don't know why. That might just be the, what's it called? The post-processing effect. Let's scale it down a little bit. Okay. So we made that fit the screen. And then we want to set the color on that. So I think I had some colors before. Did I save them? Let's go find out. I lost. Okay. No, we can just do those colors afresh. Let's have a look. So we go to material. And let's just get like a similar purple color to what we had before. Like that. Okay, so that's very similar to what we had before. So we can call this ground. Let's organize our hierarchy a bit. Okay, so we got create just an empty for our enemies. And then we create a level 1. Level ground. And okay. So let's create another cube and create another material for this. And we want to, let's see, let's give it a different, let's just clone this. Why did it clone the materials? This really adds like a copy and paste just in here. You have to hold control to do it, it's a bit weird. Okay, so if we rename this one to ground, not delete, rename to ground. And you can have this one be oval. Let's copy the color and just do some basic hue shifting on this. Turn more blue. This one. Okay, let's go back into 3D, see how. Okay, so that's all the way behind. Why is that? Level is messed up position. Let's reset all of these and we can make the ground go behind again. There we go. Okay. So now for this, we want to scale this up massively. So just set that to like 40 or something crazy. Let's go back in 2D. And we can move this around, and that creates quite I really like this effect with the, it's kind of like it has a light like you can't see behind it. It's very weird, but it looks very cool. Okay, let's try scaling this a bit. So we can make a mini scene. Make this one a bit thicker, make that kind of like a cube. Okay, so let's have a look in game now. Okay, yeah, this looks really cool now. I like this aesthetic. Let's try actually. Let's increase the grain on our post-processing. That camera. Let's go find post-processing. Okay, let's remove our pixel perfect for now. Of that, it's okay. And let's mess around with our grain. I think we can edit this during the runtime. Have a look. Okay, so grain. Make that really intense and big. I find a good balance. Let's see how this looks. What happened to our blood effects? Huh. Okay, on to the next issue now. Blood effects, have they got the right? No, they haven't got the right texture. Okay. So again, just set up to sprite default. They won't actually look that good now, the blood, but that's fine. So, how does this look? Okay, I don't know why there's 2 enemies on each, but this looks quite cool. Yeah. Enemies. Let's just delete some of them because they were overlapping. Let's see. Okay, then we need to work out how we're going to do collision. So, okay, if we remove the box colliders and add a 2D collider on this, will that work? I hope so. Okay, that's good. That works very nicely. Okay. Okay, nice. This works well. I like the way this blocks your vision. It's very cool. And I don't think, can we glitch it out anyway? So when we're clicking into it. Yeah, I'm just hoping we don't have problems with it clipping. That's my main worry for this project. I have some weird graphics issue near the end. I'll definitely have to build this sometime in the next few days just to make sure it doesn't glitch when we do a WebGL version. Okay, so let's try just going full up on the grain because I think that's very similar to how Ape Out does it. Just go bit too high intensity. Let's just much higher than we think it should be. And see how that looks. Yeah, I quite like the aesthetic here. I'm trying to think. Let's try out a pixel perfect on again. We can mess around with how the scale of it though. Let's put pixel perfect on to run the editor. Yeah, that looks very weird. Let's make it slightly bigger. So if we do, let's say 240 by 1. Math skill is not good on 135. So now is this a game about dinosaur killing people on the streets? Now this is the game. Actually, we could make it a dinosaur. That's not a bad idea. That would tie into what our previous idea was as well. I think it's going to be some sort of genetically created thing that's escaping the lab in a way. Again, very similar to Ape Out, but I want it so you can have upgradable abilities, but that might be too big of a scope. Depends how much time I have. So I was thinking you could have a grappling hook and a pounce, dash kind of ability. And stuff like that, you just kind of get end, but ooh, that does not look very nice. Let's turn the noise down a lot. So you have you kind of what's it called, mutate every time you die. It'd be like Nuclear Throne if you played that. Let's turn down the, not the bloom, though we could actually turn that up a little bit. Let's turn the noise down. I already know what this slider does. Does it have a tooltip? Controls a noise responsive color based on luminance, allows less noise in darker areas. Okay, that doesn't really affect our game, so that explains why it isn't doing much. Let's see. So that makes it look very hard. This is kind of like a soft. Make it really big. The intro should be dinosaur breaking out of a lab, yeah. But the rest of the game is in the city. Oh, that could be actually quite interesting, yeah, having it like more go into the city. I also saw about having a stealth mode, because that is in, what's it called? Oh yeah, I'm just looking. It's weird having a perspective camera in a 2D game. It gives it a very different vibe. I like it. It makes it look kind of like floaty in a way, where like stuff isn't scaling right. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, having it in a city could be quite cool. Having you like on the street, that could work. I'll see how the game like goes. We'll just go with the flow, see what happens. Okay, I feel like stuff isn't scaling right. I don't know what it. Oh, it might be move our ground up a little bit. Let's make that 1. Or like, what if it was like 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 0.5? Okay, let's go with the smallest value. Let's see. I think definitely have to turn the grain down, but okay, that looks better. I'm trying to balance the grain because it's giving this like colored effect. Colored. Oh wait, we just turned colored. Okay, never mind. I thought that was like a color value. We could change the color, but no. Okay, let's try and balance this. Make it look nice. Okay, that's better. I think I'll keep it around this for now. I want it to kind of be there to like break up the silence, but not like annoying to the player. I think. Okay, I think this is good for now. Yeah. Okay, so what should we work on next? Let me check my to-do list. What do we have? Oh yeah, abilities. Okay. So we could try work on abilities. I'm just trying to think how we're going to keep this within the scope though. Because making a bunch of abilities would take a really long time if it's not done right. But it would be cool as well. Actually, we could work on enemy AI. That could be something nice and simple. And that's going to be necessary. So yeah, let's do that instead. Okay, so, oh yeah, what I was doing this morning is I created, so I did this movement yesterday. I think I showed you guys that. Then in the enemy, yeah. So we have this like interest system in a way. So whenever we can just set something. So whenever the enemy sees like a dead body or the player, it sets their new like interest location to some point on the map. And then it gives it a priority. And then whatever the highest priority interest has at that point, it will go towards that and like move towards it. So it's quite simple, but it should make it feel kind of responsive because the enemy will be like seeing stuff happen, actually react to it instead of just standing there idly. So if we make it shoot when it sees the player, that's probably a nice thing to add now. So let's do that. So we should create a new, let's do that here. Another header, we have so many headers in this script. We just got like combat. So if we want to have different enemy types, how should we go about doing this? Let's just assume we're gonna have one for now. We can just do different enemy types later. That's another thing I'm gonna have to add to my list. I wanted to make sure I don't overscope. I only have another more like 3 days to do this. So we gotta try and keep everything reasonable. So if we have a public flow, let's call it reaction time. So that's just how long it takes them to start shooting at the player. So if we give the player like, I don't know, 1 to 2 seconds just to go punch them in the face before they start shooting. Then after that we can have a fire rate. So fire rate. And then just keep track of that in private one. Let's call this time to fire. Time to our next shot. Okay. So, and then we can do damage and stuff after. So let's do that. So let's create a ball. So if we can see the player, let's create a boolean for that. Just make that private. Private who can see player. Oh, okay, so we said can see player. They can't see the player. This is just a box cast we're doing here. And then, so can see player equals false, and then over here, we can set that to true. Then what we want to do is, if we can see the player, so let's just create another region. Let's just call it combat again. I think, yeah, if we have a bunch of different enemies, you can like some different guns. So if we have like snipers and machine gun people, then I think that'd be a good variation. So if we just say, if we can see the player, we always want to, this is just basically update by the way, and just have it checking that the player is still alive. So if we can see the player, so first of all we want to minus our fire countdown. I think we call that time to fire, yeah. So minus that by time dot time. Then just do a quick check. So if time to fire is less than or equal to 0, I thought there should be something that's fine for now. And we can still see the player. Then we want to shoot, so some sort of shoot. So we can use raycast or we can use that. Actually, I was looking at something interesting earlier. What was that? I think something to do with Unity Light. I can't. Let me try and find it again. It might have been this. Yeah, they used the particle system to do a shot in a way, and it looked quite cool. Yeah. Let's see if we can find what I explain that. Yeah, so that kind of like shoot effect, and I think that might look quite nice. And it's a different way of doing shooting instead of using raycast or a rigid body.
On the laser particles, we enabled the collision module and enabled send collision messages. We created a script that receives the collision message and spawns an explosion particle with a Cinemachine impulse that shakes the screen and a 2D light.
Okay.
The pixel perfect camera also works with the universal render pipeline's laser particles.
Let's do some more research into this. So Unity particle system bullet. I like the way this looks, where it has like a trail. Let's see. Custom object. There's a bunch of interesting stuff. The system particles. We should look at that later, definitely. Okay, let's go back and let's just see if we can get some.
Using Unity's particle system.
Start color.
We created one
Creation looping. Speed.
Particle system for the gun's projectiles. On the laser part.
Trail. So that's a trail. So let's experiment with that. Let's create a particle for that. This shouldn't be too hard. We just want it to be a solid color. So we just make up a bunch of effects and stuff, and it should look really nice. So let's create a particle. Let's move that, set that to 0, 0. Okay. So let's see, this isn't showing the scene view. Let's just make that to game object for now. We can call this a bullet particle. Bullet effect. Okay. And we could just do a raycast instead of using the collision here. That could be a better way to do it. So, although we do want them to be able to dodge bullets. Depends how fast they shoot. We can just set that later. Okay, so let's make it burst first. So 0 over time, and then we just shoot out 1. No cycles. Oh, that is okay. Count. How does this 1? So turn off looping. Make it last for 1 second. So it just shoots at 1. Okay. So when we emit it, let's set the angle to 0, and that should just shoot out straight. Yeah. Okay, so let's start by making it fast. Let's just turn up the speed a ton. Okay, and make it last, not shorter. So, how far do you want to go, roughly? Yeah, that's probably good. So, it shoots out quite fast. So let's make it thinner as well, the emission. Or the shape. Let's see, angle, radius. So, do you want to turn this down? Yeah. So, that should make it, yeah. Okay, 1. Okay, so that gives it a little bit of variation, but it's going to be pretty much straight every time. So that's good. We can actually maybe increase that, make it look a bit different every time. Let's make it a tiny bit of an angle. Like that. Okay, good. I like that. Let's increase speed again as well. So yeah, just shoots off very quickly. Okay. So then let's make this a solid sprite. So renderer, let's just make this a sprite default. Let's just make it, okay, that's a square then. You know what's a weird thing in this? Circles don't work. I always try to get them to happen, but they never work. So we have to, luckily I have a circle sprite saved just for this. So we can import that. Let's go find it. Affinity Designer, yeah. If you use the default circle you get from here, it never seems to work with the particle system. Don't know why that is. So I've just made my own that I use in tons of my games. So let's go back into that prefab. And we can set the renderer to that. And then we can just go into the texture animation set sprite and we can pick the circle. These are a bunch of ones that come with lean to it, they're really weird. Anyway. Circle, so let's have a look at that. Yeah, so let's use that circle. Let's add a trail. Not lights, trail. Okay. Add a trail material. What do we do that? In the renderer module. Trail, okay. So if we set it to sprites default as well. Yeah. Okay, so let's try and get this looking nice. Size effects width. Size effects lifeline, inherent particle color, yeah. Color, ooh. Ratio. Is there a way, so how do we make it scaled down? Color overlay, wait for lifestyle, over trail. Yeah, let's make that a curve. You can make that scaled down. Oh, that's weird, okay. How do we make this have a cut off? Hair and particle color, generate color over trail, lifetime. That'll be fine. Okay, that kind of works. Let's see, let's make that a curve. So if we make this gonna come down like that. So the width system. If anyone knows how this works, let me know, because I've never made trails before with the particle system. Okay, so if we set it to be like that, maybe. Or actually, what if we have it going the other way? So we kind of gain a trail. Maybe that's our instance. Okay, that kind of works. So if we add another point here, so we very quickly get our trail, then it kind of goes up slowly. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's just make it way smaller. Okay, I think that works. Let's increase the speed on it, and that might stretch our tail out way too far there. That's weird. Should tile stretch, diode particles, yeah. Size effects, where size effects of lifetime. Width over trail. Ribbon. Okay, let's go find a tutorial for this. Back what I missed. I'm trying to create a bullet trail, and this is what I've got so far with the particle system. And it kind of looks okay, it kind of looks very weird though at the same time. Maybe we need to be constant for longer. Let's have a look. Do I zoom in? Yeah. Okay. So if we make that kind of gain at the start, maybe this would be better. It looks really weird in this. Maybe in the actual game it'll look better. Let's make this faster again. Okay, that's better. I feel like this should be way faster though. Okay, that's a bit better. You make the trail way smaller now though. Let's see. Okay, let's try this in game. Let's try this. Okay, so every time we shoot, we instantiate. If you see the game object in an instance, and then we instantiate. Let's go create that up here. See, public game objects, and we just got a bullet effect. Yeah, bullet effect. I might, okay, not paying attention. Bullet effect, and let's instantiate this. Put the music back on. A bit louder. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. So let's instantiate the bullet effect whenever we shoot. So we set our transform position and transform rotation. That should be fine for now. I think I'll probably do like a yellow color, probably. And we create a muzzle flash as well. So that's going to prefab, let's add this. So assets, found bullet effect. Duration time, we'll just say 1 second for now, and then shoot 2 bullets a second. Okay. That was very strange. So it is shooting, though it's not really shooting it right. I don't know what's up with that. So it should propel forward. Okay, minus 90 rotation. So is there a way for us to set that? Here. Maybe. Let's see. Or if we do 90 in there, that might be better. We can add some sort of offset variable later. But that gets overridden. So let's just set that to 0. Yeah, then the trail is not that. Let's go back. Okay, so it works like that. But we are going to have that set to 0. So, let's just, no, let's not set that. That'd be messy to do. We just go into our shape and rotate that by 90. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that should work now. Fingers crossed. Oh, well, that definitely works, and that looks sick. I really like that. That looks very cool. That's way too big, but that looks like very, I don't know, just it's very satisfying the way that looks. Ooh, I might clip this and put this on Twitter. Okay, a bit too big, so let's scale it down. Let's halve it for now. I really like the way that looks. That looks like, it looks like a Splatoon gun, kind of. Okay, let's make it yellow. A nice yellow color. Yeah, that looks quite nice. Yeah, we need it to be brighter. Orange. Where's the max? Okay. So now we've got our lovely gun effects. Okay, if we set it down, I think this actually looks really nice, so I'm happy with this. They shoot way too fast, so did I? Yeah, I always do this. I always forget to reset the fire rate. I don't know why it is. Okay, I think I've done this like twice in our project already. Okay, so time to fire, and then we just set that to 1 divided by our fire rate. So that just means when we set it, instead of it being the time between each shot, it shows us how many times per second we shoot. It's just a nice, easier, more clean way to do it. Okay, let's see how this looks. Let's see. Yeah, that looks nice. If we just make it look a bit more like an actual bullet, it's a bit thinner, a bit smaller trail, and you can make them maybe shoot faster. So, okay, let's see. So, if we turn, let's do constants. Let's say, if we turn this down really far, to like 0.3, 0.5, that could be better. Yeah. Is there a way to change the colour? Let's see. I want to kind of make the inside colour a bit more orangey. What would be the best way to do that? We could try doing it size by lifetime. Yeah, that's not size, colour by lifetime. So if we just start out being that colour we did before, we just fade that really slightly to more orangey red colour. Did I save that? I think yeah. Oh, we actually, okay, we need to set our sorting layer higher as well, or not sorting layer. How? Okay, if we move, why are they on? That explains why it's not working. Why are they on that what? Okay, that explains it. So let's just reset all these positions and just redo this. So 1, 2, oh wait, where's 1? Yeah. Okay, let's spread these out again. The screen's glitching out. I don't know why that is. Like flashes every now and again. We might have to just make that a feature. I'm gonna try to fix that. Try and experiment with it later, maybe. Okay. So we've got some basic shooting down. Doesn't really, I don't like the colour of that, let's edit that. Yeah, I don't like its colour much. Okay, let's keep it like this for now. I think adding a muzzle flash would definitely help. What if we make it size of by lifetime? And we make it start really big and it just gets small very quickly, kind of like replicating a muzzle flash. Oh, that we need a curve. There we go. Let's open up this. Why can't we? Why can we edit this? That's weird. Let's see. Going to our trails. I don't know why we can't edit that. Oh wait, we're not in. Okay, there we go. Now we should. Yeah, over here. Okay, so size of lifetime. So can we make it start larger? Make it start like 4 times as large and then it gets smaller very, very quickly. So it basically drops instantly and then it's pretty constant from there. You can make it fade off very slightly. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, even quicker I think. That's to basically be instant. Occasionally we get one that's kind of stops. Maybe we need to make this bigger. Let's click it. What was that, like 10? Very fast drop off. Okay, we just need that to drop off a bit faster. See, it's glitching out a bit with the sorting error as well. I'll have to fix that. Oh, actually, we want this to be lower down again. Let's see. There we go, okay. Yeah, I like that. That looks nicer. Maybe a tad faster again, but that looks like much more oomphy in a way, if that's the word. It was very powerful. So I kind of want to make it even bigger. Try 14. Or not 104, that would be great. So just for context, let's have a look at this. Just to help. Yes. Those are some very big bullets. That surprisingly look actually okay. Okay, let's turn that down just a tiny bit. These bullets just look really satisfying to shoot. Something about them. Their tail isn't scaling correctly. It's a bit annoying. We'll go into that. Once we get a nice scale, we can go sort that out. That's very weird. Yeah, I like this. This looks nice. Okay, so let's go with that. I think usually I'd make the colour be a bit more random, but for this I think it's fine. So, yes, the tail doesn't scale correctly. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so it's not a tassel renderer. Ratio to what? Ratio to what proportion of particles receive a trail? Okay. Minimum versus minimum piece per battery. Let's decrease that. That might be a bad idea, but we can mess around with that. Size affects light. Wait, maybe that was the box just do at the start. Those birds are way too big. Yeah, we probably should turn this down actually. Free. You know, I think if we make that to like 4 or 5, and then if we make the 5 point a bit further ahead, that'll look better. So I think having 5 would be good. Maybe 4, we'll see. Okay, yeah, if we, that's good, I think, yeah. If we just make starting, it like stays at a higher value longer. Yeah, that's good. Maybe make, I think big bullets are always good, so let's stick with these. Thickness always goes ahead of the thickness goes ahead of realism. Okay, collisions. Type world 2D collisions. Dampen part will lose its fraction speed unless it's set to 0. I think that's actually quite good there. Go speed maximum. Quality. Send collision messages, yeah. So send collision compile. Okay, so that is what we were looking at before with this. So let's have a look. So on particle collision. Okay. So if we have a bullet script, and then we have that, that should be good. But before we do that, let's just try fixing these renderer issues quickly with the sorting there. Huh. They colliding, what are they colliding with? Is there a way for us to edit what they can collide with? Yeah, let's. So we want nothing apart from walls and the player. I think they're colliding with themselves and then that's affecting their velocity. I assume that's what it was. Okay, oh that's just kind of like bounce off us. That's really cool actually. You know, we could actually make that into a feature at some point. I'm gonna remember that. That looks very cool. Okay, but for now, let's make a script that detects the collision and then we can destroy them. So if we just call this bullet. So we want to detect for a collision on the player and for the ground. Particle collision. Okay, game object. Okay. Let's call this and then we can just check if game object dot tag the object is the player, and then else if that object is a wall, We can play some sort of like bullet hit effect later on maybe. Okay, so if it was the player, game object when you get components there when you damage it there. So I'm not going to implement that yet. Let's see. Hits. What's up? Okay. And then hit. So have we done a take damage? No. So we can do that later. And then for now, just destroy this game object. And we can just do the same with wall. And that's fine, we can implement this later. Generally, I don't bother doing anything that damages the player until near the end. Because for testing purposes, it doesn't really help. Getting killed by your own creation is never fun. Okay, they're still bouncing off. So, oh my god, so many phone notifications. Let's see. Why doesn't this detect? Does that need to be a public? A public function.
We created a script that receives the collision message.
I don't know. Let's see how these collisions work. We are sending a collision message. Let's just do a debug then. Just make sure we actually are getting these messages, which I think is the problem. Let's just say bullet is something. Is there a way for us to edit what they can quite edit? Yeah, let's. So we want nothing apart from tools and theft. I think they're colliding with themselves and then that's affecting them. So we want and theft. I think they're colliding with themselves and then that's affecting them. So we want and theft. I think they're colliding with themselves and then that's affecting them. So we want. Okay, that's done. Back. Okay. I'll not refresh chat, that's a bit annoying, but hey. Let's go back. Okay. So let's keep on trying to debug these collision issues. Okay, so it is hitting stuff. Okay. Is it just not detecting it's the player? But it hit something. Okay, let's add to that. Oh, I did. Oh, that's done. That is okay. Okay, let's go. So we're doing it on our actual object instead of the object we're finding. No wonder it wasn't working. Okay, so let's go with that. That should definitely work now. If it doesn't, we have much bigger problems to worry about. Let's maximize this. We appreciate our lovely bullets. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, that should work now. Okay, that looks quite nice. Let's see, and then one splatter. Okay. This is nice. Okay. So we have the shooting working. We have that working. Okay. Where do we take this now? What should be the next thing we work on? Back to our Trello board. So we started doing the enemy combat, we've got the bullets working. That says what's yeah. Okay. Their abilities. So we do need to work out what our abilities are going to be. That can be quite important. We could look at nuclear throne's abilities for inspiration. That could be a good place to start. Also, I know we need something that's simple but does actually impact the gameplay in some meaningful way. So how about we do some brainstorming about what we could add. Let's see. Let's like get the graphics tab out. Brainstorming. I need to actually work out. Okay, if we come up with some good ideas, we can start working on that. If not, it might be better just to ditch this plan and instead try and just really go full into the particle effects and all this chaotic combat stuff. Okay, so abilities. Let's see, what stuff can we modify on the player? So some ideas I had before was some sort of like grappling hook and dash ability. The dash wouldn't be too hard. The grappling hook to take an arrow to add. So I was wondering, is it worth it? Could we want the player to actually feel like they have control over what they're getting, the abilities, and that they actually have like a meaningful customization options? Let's see, a grappling hook, a dash. We can also make them. I know we can do move, speed. Modify that. What else could we do? I feel like I wanted to feel like more like a monster. I was thinking some sort of like grab and like hold ability. You can like hold the enemies in. What was the other thing I was thinking of? I was thinking of like if you had this like monster kind of blob thing, and you could like keep the enemies inside of you to get like bonus health. Something like that could be cool. Oh, you can get something that like heals you when you attack. That'd be quite easy and that'd be very cool. That would like mess up, or not mess up, but like change up the core gameplay loop of the game, make you really low on health, which is actually something we need to think on how we're going to show you low. So heal on attack. That's cool. What else? You can have loads of. You could be like, you're bigger and you have way more health, but when you move, you lose health. Maybe something like that. You have to like keep eating to stay alive. What other level objects are we gonna have? I'm trying to think. We need to think about what's in the enemies as well. That's another thing we've got to try and brainstorm. Again, we're gonna try and keep it simple, so just stick. So we can just do the basics. So like a sniper, some sort of default enemy. It's like a default assault rifle person, a machine gun, shotgun. I think that's a good variety. I think an explosion one as well. Maybe if you just get rid of the default, made them a sniper, machine gun, and explosion. That's quite a good trio, I think. I think having 3 is always nice. It's just a nice number for design. So if we make these kind of all be opposites to each other, kind of, which you have to like tackle which one you're going to fight. We should look at Doom's Combat for Inspiration, how you have to like pick what enemy you're going to do. That'd be quite good. So if we maybe scrap these abilities and really focus on the smaller stuff, that makes the game more interesting. Just really tiny power-ups that just make you think a little bit differently about the game. I think this may be something I do tomorrow, and I'll try and brainstorm it when I'm off stream a bit. So for now, what should we do then? If we maybe get started on enemy customization, possibly. Let's see. Let's just have another play at the game, see what I'm feeling. We could play some Ape Out for inspiration for a while. Let's see. These blood effects are nice. Okay, let's add that to do this actually. Add graphics, because we haven't done that yet. So we need art. So what art do we need? Let's just set that to do. Let's just say tomorrow. Let's do a checklist to make. So we need some sort of blood splatter effect. Player model. that's pretty much it. Could think about some environment objects. That'll be if you have extra time left. Definitely a bonus one. Let's actually delete that and let's set bonus art for Saturday. Could be environment and UI art. Let's say to make environment assets and bonus. What was it? No, UI art. Okay. Then we also need sound effects. So let's just say combat. Oh, let's just need sound effects in general. Sound effects, and I think music. I want to try and make music for this game. Should we do sound effects tomorrow? I feel like sound effects are going to be really important. Let's set tomorrow Friday, one of those 2 days. And then music, definitely, it will be a last minute thing. I don't like making music, so I think it's important for this game to have a really nice soundtrack. I might see if my friend wants to do the music, maybe. If not, I will try and come up with something. I don't know, I've never made a good soundtrack I'm actually happy with, so I can try that. Okay, so enemy combat, and then we want enemy types. That's what we're just brainstorming. Enemy types. Let's say just do that tomorrow and today. So to do. So we want some sort of sniper. Maybe not. Okay, let's start with machine gun. That's the most basic one. If we can't get anything else down, we get a machine gun. Then also a explosive one. We want them to enemy to actually make you think about what you're gonna do. So explosive one. Then if we just have a normal assault rifle, or just standard. I'm trying to think how this is going to play out. Standard. We should come back to this when we have more sort of the enemy and the player abilities. I definitely think about if I want to add a alternate move. Because in Ape Out you have this grab ability which you can use to block enemies and stuff. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think we need something just to add to the combat system, just something really small to make it a bit more interesting. Don't know what it will be though. It could be some sort of dash. Machine gun dinosaur. Ooh, yes. At some point I will make a game just solely based on dinosaurs, and it'll be amazing. But this may not be the game. Though we could make some sort of mutant dinosaur. I'll have to consider that when I'm doing the art. Oh, what if we did do that and just maybe you had a bite attack? If we went full into the dinosaur theme. That could work. So if you had a dinosaur attack, so you can bite the enemies. Question: how will this be original as it's currently just Ape Out with dinosaur? The answer to that, it will not be original. It will just be Ape Out with a dinosaur maybe. I don't know. I'm not entirely sold on the dinosaur idea. We'll have to think about that. So it probably will be very, very inspired by Ape Out and very similar. But that's okay. It's just a game jam. Doesn't matter too much. One thing I have just noticed though is the player doesn't follow the maps, they're only following the direction of these. That's weird. Let me go have a look at that. Yeah, it probably will be kind of a clone of Ape Out, but I'll try and mix in some other stuff. Like the mutation system I think will be quite interesting, so it can't be like a roguelike in a way. But that may be too big of a scope, I'll have to see. I think this will be something I brainstorm sometime later, and then maybe I'll get work on it in an evening live stream maybe. Okay, so the movement, we're not looking at our mouse position. Why is that? Are we, the angle, we are losing our look direction. This is very strange. Did we get lean between this project? So we added that. Yeah, we have. Okay, let's just convert some lean between. This probably won't fix that issue, but that's fine. Lean between, rotate X or Z. Rotate Z, and we want our game object. We're going to rotate to this angle and with smoothing, or this smoothing value set. Okay. We don't need to use type on that. So mouse forward pause, we're using that. Camera.main, maybe it's something messing up with our camera. Let's try deleting our 2D one. That could be the issue. Okay, it might be trying to get that object. There we go, okay, that's better. Wait, no, it isn't better. Maybe if we make a camera that's just solely for doing that. Okay, I think it's definitely because we're using a 3D camera and we're not meant to be. I think CodeMonkey had a good tutorial for this. Yeah, there's a good mouse position. Hey. Oh yeah, that was a video. That person, this guy, had a really interesting video about, let me show you guys, about Ape Out's art style. It's like a podcast with the developer. This is really interesting if you want to see how the art style was made. What's it called? Ape Out Art and Video Games, Gabe Kazoo. Or Gabe Kazoo. I think, yeah, double L's like a white sound. Anyway. So yes, so we need to use a 3D version instead of 2D. So a raycast, that might be what we have to do instead.
The important thing is it does have a collider. We're going to see why in a bit. Thing is,
okay, that's actually really easy to do, honestly. We can just get this ground model made and create a new layer called ground, which will just not interact with anything. It will just solely be there for us to do a raycast. So yeah, if we just get rid of all interactions with that. Yeah. So we just set that to ground. Then instead of doing this, we can copy what this guy was saying we should do.
So reference to the camera, now we set it.
I should reference to the camera.
And now we do a protoid update. And on the update, we're still going to use the input.mouse position. Except again, as we saw, this is a screen position. So then we can use the function on the camera, so main camera. And now the function that we're going to use is the screen point to.
Where was it? Oh yeah, okay.
Ray. And we use our input mouse position as our parameter.
Yeah.
So this will return a ray from the camera towards where the mouse position is pointing. So we grab this ray, and then all we need to do is just cast it.
Do we store that anywhere else? No, we don't. Yeah. Input, we have mouse position.
So we do a physics now raycast. We pass in our.
Is that, yeah. So let's not use this variable. Instead, let's store a ray. Mouse, just one mouse ray.
Our ray, and we've got an output of raycast hit. Now this one returns true if it hits something. So if so, let's do a transform.position, and we're going to go inside our raycast hit, and we grab the point, which is the actual point where the ray hit the collider. Okay, so that's it. Let's see. And yep, right away we can see that it does.
There's something about talking and typing at the same time
which is the actual
I'm not able to do. Let's just call it hit. And transform the position. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. So we can then just we actually did do that variable. Do we? Yeah. Let's store that up there. Let's create a vector for our mouse world position. And then we can screen that. So it's our mouse world position to wherever our hit point was, I think. I assume that's what he's gonna write.
Point where the ray hit the collider. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. Let's see.
Our hit point. So then instead of doing this, we can get Okay, yes, we just made them both into freeze, and that makes stuff cleaner. Okay, nice. So that should work now, fingers crossed. I might have to add in... It should work. I might have to add in a physics layer mask though. That seems like it's working. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the camera. Like flickering sometimes. I assume that's with all the particles. Ooh, this player movement does not feel right. It's very glitchy. Did I set it to time that's out of time? No, I did not. Let's turn here. Time got fixed. There's just always something nice to add in. Oh, we might have to change our movement values now. See, let's just put that to 30. Still be this a little. I don't think that's an issue with. Let's just remove our post-processing effects for now. Let's just see how stuff looks. So that's definitely stuttering. So let's remove pixel perfect as well. Yeah, so it's stuttering a lot. So let's maybe I think in here will probably be the best place to do it. 10 pixels at a time. Okay, so we've made the player be like 50 instead. It's still very glitchy. I wonder why this is. Is it like... Ever since we added this, what if we just go with like ground? I don't know, there's something very weird with this movement right now. Maybe it's the camera? Possibly it's the camera being weird, but obviously it's just I'm being sorry. We need to move it back for context. This is painfully slow. Don't know what's up with this right now. Seems to be stuttering. We definitely have enough frames, so don't know what's up with this. Just increase that again. That's a massive number. Okay, that feels better. Still something weird about it though. Okay, I'll fix that sometime later. That's fine for now. Let's go add another round. I don't know, there's something about the movement that just doesn't feel right. I know, maybe I should just try, instead of using force, to just use velocity. Let's try that. What if we just turn off rotation for now? Oh, is that our looks moving maybe? That's possibly it. Let's set that to 0, and then if not, let's just get rid of rotation tag. That feels much better. Yeah. I think it was something with us moving not being right, and I still don't know what that flickering is. We've turned off all post-processing effects, so it's not that. I assume it's something with the 3D like layers interacting. I don't know. Okay, let's turn back on our post-processing. Okay, all our lovely bloom and grain. Okay, let's do pixel perfect as well. Let's see. Hi, Arash. I'm in the VC if you want to join, by the way. Okay, this is cool. Okay, this is nice. So I think we definitely need to decide on if we want like another player mechanic other than just punching. So I think that would be fine for now. I am thinking of a dash. I think a dash would be good. So maybe that would be what we do. Should we add in a dash now? I'm kind of feeling I want to step back from this and just plan for a while. Yeah. Okay, so if we play a bit of Ape Out for like 10-20 minutes, then I think I will end the stream there. So let's do that. Let's go play some Ape Out. Yeah, I'll probably do another stream later on today once I've thought a bit more about how I'm going to take it to where I'm going to. All the transitions are okay, let's do this. Lesson learned, don't jump out of windows, it's not safe. Oh, that guy's not on the front side. Okay, the camera follows the cursor, that's something I might try. thing that I really like in this is your player movement is much faster when you actually go forward. It just feels really nice. I'm assuming this game is recorded, and then it's all the right one from the look of let's just check something. There's something about a dynamic that's really well made one day. Having it so you have to throw them against the wall is actually really table block. Oh, we were close to the end that time as well. Like that hit us. You can see how much health we have by how much. Like how this one's cool. Wait, did the blood splatter? Oh, that is, I'm very happy. They saved from the previous one. That makes me very happy. Like, assistant effects are just... Oh, we were close. We were very close to the end there. Well, I don't know what the second is. So, yeah, we can lead through that. Next time we go to one floor. Die so quickly in this game for smart. It's actually very like tactical and strategic. just trying to learn the way to go. It's oh no. Hello guys. Just thought the game was mostly finished was actually Ape Out. Also, I didn't hear the answer to my previous question. Can you say it again after ending? What question? How will this be original as game? It probably won't be original. That will be the issue. I think one of the things I'm thinking about doing is having it so you've got mutations. And oh my god. That's just wait. Okay. Anyway, back to your question. Yeah, so mutations be the main. Why? I'm trying to answer a question. These. Anyway, so it probably will be just be very simple to Ape Out. Yeah, there probably won't be too much originality to it. But I think I might try adding a mutation system, which will have like a dash, and every time you die, you can like get modified. Just kind of like you're trying to escape a lab. Kind of. I really like the effect of not being able to see what's on the other side of the walls. Yeah. I am a big fan of that, and I think using 3D objects instead of like having this custom shader that I think this game makes it really nice. That's really good. You get okay. Oh, this game is just really satisfying. That's probably the best way to describe it. The way the music, the time. This just makes me smile. This is really nice. I only got it yesterday, but I was like thinking of what games I should play. And I came up with the idea of like a lab. And now I'm end up just copying this and driving this thing better. You know, I was thinking about for like another having a series where I just recreate other games. So I think some ideas are like Apex Legends style. Oh yeah, Hades. I think having Ape Out would be oh, red lights. A baby. I was on another room. This game is interesting. You get to like tiny pieces. In the other world before this, there was this like stealth section where the light. I think that would be cool to say that as a halfway point. I don't know. I think I should definitely focus on just to add something a bit different. We're really going through this film. We spent like 10 minutes trying to do this last one. And there's one. I love how the cars don't oh, there we go. The cars don't even stop when watching in front of them still. Having them brake would just be very nice. Just a nice little detail. So I guess it wouldn't really fit with the game but then I don't know what's more. Maybe I should download a bunch of really enjoying this. I'm just gonna keep streaming until I get bored of this. You know, originally I was thinking this game was just going to be coming out to play for 10 minutes just to get I assume it's like another build. They really want to kill this board. Oh wait, no, that's opposite. Okay, next one. We're really low HP though. One shot. That laser doesn't. The sound effects in this game are so I was not expecting that. Okay. Aim high. You know, I'm pretty sure these levels are they're always different. Try another light. Yeah, the level being 3D block vision is really cool. I didn't know you could do that 3D. I was just I've been looking at shaders for like an hour or so, and I was just playing this game and I was like, wait the levels usually the way you do this is just like a shadow. But I'm seeing this is just 3D. It just kinda looks like I'm gonna get sidetracked. Having them shoot really frequently when you're watching this game has this like style of some sort of like SWAT game or something would be really cool. There we go. Oh, these title screens are amazing. Yeah, having this kind of like aesthetic in some sort of SWAT game is really cool. love the changing color patterns. Okay. I think, is that a checkpoint? Ooh. End of side 8. Okay. I think I'll leave that for today. I think I might play this later as well after tonight's stream. It's very cool. There we go. Okay. Let's leave it there for today, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you later this evening.